What's up everybody, Tom Jorgensen here, and in today's gaming news, the epic saga of Microsoft attempting to acquire Activision Blizzard continues, some versions of Hogwarts Legacy have been delayed, and Sonic Frontiers is off to a running start. This is your Daily Fix. Microsoft has been making some big promises lately as it works to encourage regulators to permit its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Among those promises was a deal offered to Sony pledging that Call of Duty would remain available on PlayStation consoles for 10 years, a deal that reportedly also includes PlayStation Plus rights. As reported by Bloomberg, the rights to sell the game via Sony's PlayStation subscription service were promised alongside Microsoft's previously stated offer to Sony for 10 years of Call of Duty on Sony hardware if the Activision Blizzard acquisition went through. Sony has yet to accept the offer and has continued to raise concerns with the UK's Competition and Markets Authority and the Federal Trade Commission about the acquisition. The offer for inclusion on PlayStation Plus is especially notable due to Microsoft's growing promotion of its own subscription service, Xbox Game Pass. Microsoft has previously stated its intentions to put Call of Duty on Game Pass if the deal closes, and Sony has claimed that Game Pass significantly leads PlayStation in subscription numbers. Meanwhile, Nintendo has accepted the 10-year deal offered by Microsoft to put Call of Duty on Nintendo consoles. But the deal is far from done. Most recently, the FTC announced it would sue to block Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, saying it would, quote, harm competition in high-performance gaming consoles and subscription services by denying or degrading rivals' access to its popular content. We'll continue following this huge story here at IGN. Moving on, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions of Hogwarts Legacy have been delayed again to April 4th, 2023, while the Nintendo Switch version will launch on July 25th. The game's official Twitter account posted the update, but didn't give a reason as to why the last generation version had been delayed. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series versions of Hogwarts Legacy are unaffected and will launch as planned on February 10th. This marks the second delay for Hogwarts Legacy, as it was originally expected to launch during the holiday period this year before being pushed back to the February date. Developer Avalanche Software has been slowly but surely sharing different elements of the game, showing off its Hogsmeade quest, flying broom sections, and the dark magic at Hogwarts. Regarding those last-gen versions, though, the IGN community seems to agree that it's time to let the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch versions go and focus on current-gen hardware. IGN user CodesJS says it's, quote, obviously another case where there are issues trying to make a brand new game while still catering to older tech. Hopefully 2023 is the last year of these duo-gen releases. But what do you think? Do you think it's time to let the last generation go and focus on this generation of consoles? Let us know in the comments. And finally today, Sonic Frontiers has sold more than 2.5 million copies since its launch on November 6th. An official tweet from Sega revealed the figure, which presumably takes into account units sold globally across PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and PC platforms. Sega unveiled the 2023 roadmap for Sonic Frontiers earlier in November, stating the open-world action game would receive 3 updates throughout the year. These will bring new challenge modes, a photo mode, a new playable character, and fresh story content to the fast-paced adventure. Sonic Frontiers' launch didn't go entirely without issues, however, as the game suffered from significant pop-in when it was released. Regardless, the positive fan reaction to Sonic's move to an open-world format was enough to make Frontiers a serious contender for the fan-voted Player's Voice category at the Game Awards. In our review, IGN gave the game a 7 out of 10, stating it is, quote, a delightfully weird and experimental evolution of the Sonic games so many of us grew up with. And that is your Daily Fix for December 13th. I am Tom Jorgensen, and now that you're caught up on today's news, hey, why don't you go read my review of Avatar: The Way of Water? Be sure to subscribe to the Daily Fix on Snapchat, and as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.